Double Helix in a delicious mix. It's Rhyme and Reason 925.
Here's your rhyme and reason. Oh yeah.
Hey there, Tony here. So the story goes that a guy walks up to the bar and orders a drink, and he says, "Give me a Helix, bartender, and make it a double." Okay, I know you've heard of the double Helix, right? It packs a powerful punch. But the cool news is there's no hangover the next morning. And maybe that's because it's filled with deoxyribonucleic acid. Yeah. Don't be stingy with the deoxyribonucleic acid, bartender. Yeah, that's a tongue-twisting mouthful. Surely there's a quicker way to say it. Let's see. I kind of like DNA. What do you say we go with that? All in favor? Great, the ayes have it. And in this case, I mean the eyes have it. The eyes, not the eyes. Ay. When you say it, it's not the same as when you read it. So I'm talking about the EYES have it and not the AYES like a pirate would say. Never mind. All right, let's get your mind out of the bar for a minute or two, and let's talk about how DNA is scientific proof that you and I are fearfully and wonderfully made by the one true, living, loving God of creation. Wow. Not merely carbon copies of carbon life forms. Even the term carbon life forms contradicts itself. But right now, I'm going to share some tidbits of information about information that I shared several years ago, but I think it bears repeating because it's inside you right now. In almost all of the 30 trillion, and that's 30 with a whole bunch more zeros behind it, all of those 30 trillion cells in your body contain duplicate copies of your DNA. And each human cell contains 46 segments. You got 23 segments from your mom and 23 from your dad, and no one else on Earth has the same DNA as you. Cool, huh? Well, here's something even cooler. All that information in your DNA is a blueprint for how to build the one and only you. The blueprint contains the information on how you're going to look and much of how you'll act and how every cell in your body will function during your lifetime. And if you're a factoid lover like I am, here's a few interesting factoids. The DNA from one of your cells, if you uncoiled it and connected it and stretched it out, it'd be about 6 feet long. But it would also be so thin you couldn't see it, not even with the most powerful microscope that there is. Also, the coded information found inside that cell could fill a library with somewhere around 4,000 books. And if you took all the DNA in your body and stretched it out end to end, you could go to the moon and back more than 165,000 times. Now, I say that's mighty impressive. But how about this? The information found in your DNA could fill the Grand Canyon almost 30 times if you put it in books. And yet, you could take one set of DNA from one cell of every person who ever lived and put them all in a spoon, and they'd weigh less than an aspirin. So how could anyone actually think about the complex information inside us and not believe in God? How could that happen? I personally love knowing we're created and not just an accident that rose up out of nothing. Yeah, give me a break. And no matter what you believe about how life started, you've made a choice to believe it. No one, at least virtually no one, is being forced to believe how we all got here. So my question is this: why would you want to believe you're just the random result of trillions of mutations? Especially when there's so much information inside you to the contrary. Because you're an information-based life form. And that information coded into your DNA proves there must be a supercoder. The good news is that coder is the creator who loves you. He made you a human being in his image and likeness. And he allows you to choose to love him in return. Or not. So, have another double helix and choose wisely, okay? You are fearfully and wonderfully made. There is information locked inside your cells. When you choose to discover why you're here, you'll find out what the information tells. And you'll see you're not just an accident, fumbling through the hours and days and weeks and years. All the evidence is pointing out the way. Trust your maker. He'll erase your doubts and fears. And just so you know, I get a bunch of my facts and figures on the subject of creation science and being created, etc., from a book called In the Beginning by Dr. Walt Brown. He's a PhD from MIT, if those kinds of letters are important to you in your decision making. Dr. Walt Brown wrote the book In the Beginning, and it has tons of information that could change a lot of the ways you look at things. And speaking of the way you look at things or listen to things, you should go over to TonyFunderburk.com and jump on the Rhyme and Reason bandwagon right now while it's fresh in your mind, and be part of a growing band of believers who, like me, they want to show the world that life has rhyme and reason because God made you.
I'm gonna dance through this life. I'm gonna sing myself out of the blues. I'm gonna feel this whole world. I'm gonna walk through the air without any shoes. I'm gonna climb to the top. I'm gonna see what it's like on the other side. I'm gonna glide to the moon. I'm gonna jump on a cloud and go for a ride. I'm gonna leave my cares and troubles far behind. Oh, I'm gonna live this brand new life that I designed. Oh, I'm gonna love discovering which way to go. Oh, I'm gonna laugh and then say yes instead of no. Instead of no. I'm gonna get to the passion. I'm gonna make my dreams all come true. I'm gonna go for the limit. I'm gonna burst the limit and go on through. I'm gonna sing through this life. I'm gonna play it loud like a brand new song. I'm gonna fly on the tune. I'm gonna ask all my friends to come on along. I'm gonna leave my cares and troubles far behind. Oh, I'm gonna live this brand new life that I designed. Oh, I'm gonna love discovering which way to go. Oh, I'm gonna laugh and then say yes instead of no. Instead of no. I'm gonna leave my cares and troubles